What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Target MMA. I'm your host, Rob, and I'm here to give you my recap for UFC Fight Night. Gamrot taking on Salkilld, and what a banger of a card it was. I was telling people I didn't think it was going to be that good. People text me like, oh, what do you think about the UFC fight tonight? Is there anything good? I'm like, maybe the main fight. I'm not very high on this card, and it ended up being a banger. Starting off with a brand new fight on the card. I didn't even know it existed because I was running around all week. I was looking, I'm like, oh shoot, they added another fight. Gigi Canuto taking on Carol Foro in their UFC debuts. That was a banger. These girls were getting after it. I was like, oh shoot, slugging it out. And I did a quick little study on them, and I saw Gigi has good grappling. Foro has good power in her hands. I went with the dog. I went with her by submission, and she almost got it too. She had Foro's back round two, and she just held on to her for like 2 minutes, stopping her from getting the choke. Didn't really do much with it. Then round three, with like 30 seconds left, I took it. It was a plus 360. She had an armbar locked in. Lost it. Then she lost the decision there. But wow. Both girls got after it. Both girls got hit. It was a banger. It was a scrap. But Carol Foro ended up getting the decision win. She's decent. She is a good fighter. She's got to watch out for her takedown defense, though. Next, we had Juliana Miller taking on Ravina Oliveira. And I picked this damn near perfectly. I said that both girls are not that good, but Miller has good submission threats. She was 4-4, now she's 5-4. And Ravina will give up her back, and Juliana will get the sub. She was the first leg of my cycle parlay. Round 2 submission. It's a pretty good dominant performance by Miller. Next, we have Miles John taking on Gianni Vasquez. This is a short notice replacement because I had Jesse Rosas to fight Miles Johns, and he was an underdog. When I broke this down in my notes, I was like, wow, Rosas should win here. Found out he was a dog. He was going to be my bullseye pick. He was going to be my bet. Miles Johns got dropped by Gianni. Got right back up. Bang. Dropped Gianni. That was a fist fight and a half. I loved every second of it. My boy had Johns by knockout, and I'm looking like, oh no, he just got dropped. Then he just gets up and knocks him out. I'm like, oh shit. First round knockout for Johns. That was a good fight. Next, we have Manuel Sosa taking on Richie Miranda in his UFC debut. He's an LFA champion. And everything I said happened, except for Sosa not being able to knock out Miranda. I said Miranda's durable, but we only know that because he gets hit a lot. He's very susceptible to shots. Sosa got taken down first round and then just poured it on Richie round 2 and 3. Bad non-stoppage from Herzog because when Miranda got hit with a body shot, he crumbled. Face down, holding his gut, and there was no stoppage. I had Sosa by knockout, not to even be biased. If you see a grown man, if you see one of these UFC fighters that you're supposed to be protecting, crumble, holding their stomach, not defending a shot, why are you not stopping it? I mean, I don't understand it, but that was a very close fight. I picked Sosa to win, and that was a good win for him. Next, we had Louis Sutherland taking on Jose Montana in his UFC debut. There's a lot of debuts in this card. That's why I didn't think it was going to be a banger. I originally picked Louis Sutherland. I was going to put him in my bullseye. And I'm so happy that this is why we tape study. And this is why we use a little, I don't want to say common sense, but we'll use a little sense about it where we don't pick people in debuts against anybody. It's not almost, I guess it depends. But you can't be confident in someone to fight a debutant that we only got like 1 or 2 videos from Jose. We don't really know what he was capable of. And what we saw was he got Louis down, strangled him. But it wasn't completely locked in, and then Louis just panicked, gave the tap, and just, that was it. Underdog hit. I picked Louis. I thought he was a confident pick. Was wrong. Jose looked good in there. Next, for our first leg of our bullseye bet, we had Dior Nurgazai taking on Bruno Lopez. Again, everything I said here. Bruno Lopez gets hit. He's soft-bellied. Dior hits hard. And he has good leg kicks. In the first part of that round. He was chewing up his leg with calf kicks, kicks up the body. I said that in my video. I'm like, oh, he's going to kick up the body. And those are powerful front kicks. And he's going to crumble Bruno. And what happened with 1 second to spare? Crumbled. Good win by Dior Nurgajai. And we have Steven Aspelund taking on Guillermo Pat. Leg 2 of my Bullseye. I saw Steven Aspelund in there, and he did good round 1. But he is very hittable, and he has a lot of like scar tissue. Because when he got hit, he was bleeding. It's the same thing right under his eyes. Every fight. Similar to Mateusz Rebecki. You know, when you get hit and you cut immediately, you're bleeding. Doesn't look good. Round 1, he dropped Pat. Couldn't get the finish. Pat looked energized round 2, came forward, dropped Aspelund, and I started sweating. Like, oh no, Aspelund's cardio is giving out on him. And I said it in my breakdown, like, oh, he has good cardio. He had more cardio than Pat, but it was like my boy said. It was the most exciting, boring fight you'll ever watch. And good win for Aspelund by decision. He almost, I had a bet on him, like a little small bullshit bet, by knockout or decision. He almost locked in a submission round 3. I'm like, oh shoot, I'd rather him win for the Bullseye. Don't get me wrong, but damn, almost ruined my bet. Submissions? When do you do that? But nonetheless, Bullseye smacked. We'll get into that after we break down these fights. Billy Ray Goff taking on Ty Miller. Ty Miller won by knockout in round 3, but Billy Ray was durable. But for the first half of the fight, he was just getting clinched against the cage, just holding Miller down. Knowing that he couldn't find the range, he was just holding him, and it was just delaying the inevitable. I just started going on my phone, scrolling TikTok at that point when Billy Ray was just holding him against the fence. Like, who's watching this? Come on, like, fight. This isn't a fist fight that has grappling. No, you're just holding him against the fence. It's boring. Then we have Amanda Lemos taking on Alexia Tainara. A lot of people picked Tainara here. I thought Lemos was going to possibly knock her out because her striking defense was not that good. She got dropped. Both of these girls got dropped. This was a good fight. And Tainara just withstood the power, got some takedowns of her own, and just muscled through her. It was a really, really good fight. A lot of these female fights end up being good this card. Next, we had Darren Elkins taking on Yadier Daval. And congrats to you, picking the minus 900 favorite. I hope you made your dollar from picking him. I told people Darren Elkins stylistically was the better fighter because he has wrestling, and Yadier was just taken down and controlled by a Jordan Levitt. But he knocked out Darren Elkins first round dominantly. He went limp. That was a great performance by Yadier. But how can you sit here confidently pick somebody who was involved in a scandal? Not saying he rigged it or anything like that, but how do you pick somebody that's involved in a scandal and then was just fraud checked by his takedown defense to a Jordan Levitt? I couldn't pick him confidently, and I stand by that, regardless of the outcome. Minus 950. You kidding me? You bet that. You put that in your parlay and you confidently said, yeah, he's going to win. Why? It's crazy to me. I'd rather go with the dog. Next, we had Diego Ferreira taking on Billy Q. I think I leaned towards Billy Q, but Ferreira put on a performance. Beat the crap out of Billy. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm surprised this went to a decision. Ferreira was beating the absolute piss out of Billy, and it wasn't even close. And I picked Billy because I knew he was durable, but his coaches were just terrible. Like, why do you think clinching with Ferreira? Ferreira started off as a grappler, found power in his hands, started striking. Why would you tell him to go into like, oh, look at him, go look at him. Look, he's tired. You could take him down. You're losing 2 rounds to nothing. What in the world are you telling Billy to go wrestle him? You think you're going to submit him? No. You have a better chance of knocking him out than submitting Diego Ferreira. He's the better grappler, and he proved he has the better hands. Coaches should be fired. Next, in our main event, I leaned towards Quillan Salkilld because I knew Gamrot was not the most durable. Although never knocked out and only submitted by Oliveira, he gets dropped a lot. And that happened. I picked Gamrot, ultimately, and I put him in my long shot bet. It was close odds, but it did not look close. Salkilld was the better fighter, the bigger fighter, and dropped Gamrot with a jab. Took his back, pushed off of him, making it look like he's going to do something else. And that gave Gamrot some kind of false sense of security. And that's when Salkilld snatched his neck, submitted him round 1 dominantly. That was a dominant performance. There's no question about Salkilld now. Salkilld is definitely a threat to be reckoned with in this division, and I'm looking forward to seeing more fights. I'm not doubting him anymore. Now let's talk about the bets. Bullseye bet hit 4 times in a row. Plus money every time. Plus 153, 116, 123, plus. I'm up 5.5 units. And I'm looking forward to keep going. This is very exciting. I'm breaking down the fights as we speak for next week. And I already see some confident picks. I wasn't too confident with this last fight card. Because there was just too many question marks. So I'm very happy we got through that. That was a rough fight card. This next one should be a little bit easier. You got some good confident picks here. 4 times in a row. Plus money every time. You might as well start a ladder challenge at this point, right? If you're tailing it, great. I appreciate you guys being here. If you're not, you got to get on board before this train leaves you, because it's going. And it's not making any more pit stops. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's leave the guesswork out. Let's go hit that target. And I'll see you guys next time.